Let's go ahead and talk about rate elimination of drugs. Rate elimination of drugs can be divided into two categories called zero and first order. What I'm going to talk about first is zero order and walk you through it step by step. You might remember from general chemistry an equation that might look like something like this. The rate of elimination, which would be units of drug per hour lost in the body, is proportional to a constant, which I'm labeling as K, times the concentration of the drug that's found in your body. In zero order, you're actually going to have a zero up here denoting the fact that how much is lost per unit time is fixed. It's a constant rate. Let's walk through a quick example to show this. Ethanol is the most famous example, so let's say that you have a few drinks in a night, and say that puts about 10 units of alcohol in your blood. And let's say you measure your concentration of alcohol in the blood over time. So after 1 hour, you drop down to 8 units, and then you drop down to 6 units. What you'll notice here is I'm always dropping down 2 units. So I'm dropping 2 and I'm dropping 2 every single hour. What this is saying is that I'm losing a fixed amount per hour, and it's not dependent upon the concentration that I have. See, 10, 6, 8. So the hallmark of zero order is always lose a fixed amount. Lose fixed amount. So let's go ahead and compare and contrast this to first order kinetics. Remember that equation that we talked about would be proportional to C d to the 1 power. If we think about this, let's go through our same exact example. 10 units will become actually 5 units. Will actually become 2.5 units. Notice an example how this is different. Every single hour, I'm still dropping drug in my body, but it actually has to do with how much drug I initially have. You see that I'm always losing half. I'm losing half. I'm losing half. So, in first order kinetics, the hallmark is you lose the same proportion of drug. So same proportion, not amount, proportion of drug. Okay, now let's see what this looks like graphically, and we'll compare and contrast both of them. Zero being here and first order being here. Zero order will stop, will drop steadily over time, and nothing can change it. It doesn't matter how much you have in the body. It doesn't matter how little you have in the body. It just goes steadily and slowly, and this is time. First order, on the other hand, will look like something in an exponential curve that you might remember, with 10 being up here and it's dropping very fast down here. But then as the concentration decreases, you're losing a smaller and smaller amount because that proportion isn't very much at this far out here. Time. Most drugs will follow this here, but there are a few special exceptions to know, and I can remember by the acronym PEA. We already talked about what the E is. That's actually ethanol. Phe stands for phenytoin. Remember the anticonvulsant. And A actually stands for aspirin, your well-known drug.